Hello everybody, Brad the Guitarologist here. In this video we're going to take a look at a 1974 Mesa Boogie Mark I. The Mesa Boogie Mark I was the first amplifier that Randall Smith of Mesa Boogie designed. And this is the amp that is famous for Carlos Santana saying, "Hey man, that thing really boogies," and hence the name Boogie. This amp is actually 2 channels. You have an input for 1 and 2, a volume for 1 and 2. Both of those knobs actually will pull out. The knob on volume 1, when you pull it out, it's a gain boost and it bypasses and dimes out all of the controls for the EQ. It also has a pull knob on volume 2, which brightens up that channel. It has a master volume, and it has 3-band EQ, treble, bass, and middle. So those are pretty much the controls. Nothing real fancy. Not like today's Mesas. Today's Mesas have about 1 million switches and knobs and everything else on them. I'm actually fixing one of those as well at the moment, and they're pretty much a nightmare to work on. Nice when they sound right, but they're a nightmare to try to figure out, especially all the switching. This one, not so much. This one's kind of more of a joy. We're going to turn this thing around. We'll take a look at the back side, and then we'll open it up and see what needs to be done. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please stick around. Alright, here is the rear of the amp. As we can see, we have a vintage speaker in there. I think that speaker is probably, if I had to guess, it's probably from the 50s or 60s, and it most likely came out of an organ. It's either a Jensen or a Rolla. It looks like it might be a Jensen. You can't see the codes on it because the codes are on the rim of the speaker, and it's a front-loaded speaker, so can't see those. But it's a real thick plywood baffle. You can see there, see how thick that plywood is. Let's see, it looks like there might have once been a sticker perhaps right there, which is missing. Here's what's on the back panel. We have Mesa A320. I think that is the serial number, and that's the 320th production Mesa that was made. Again, I think this is around 1974, and this would have been around the time also that Randall Smith himself was either still having a hand in making these amps or at least inspecting every one before they left the factory personally. This one has 2 speaker jacks, line in and out for effects loop. We have a ground switch and a 2.5 amp fuse holder. Big massive transformer for the power, and an almost equally massive transformer for the output. There's another little choke right back there. And I think these, let's see, it's 26L6, and we have, let's see, 2 tubes up front there, and then we have a phase inverter tube right there. But yeah, let's crack this thing open and get a little better look at it, and we'll see what needs to be done to it. This actually doesn't belong to me, it belongs to a customer, and we'll see if there's anything that needs to be done, and if there is, we'll do the work and give it a test. So stick around for that. All right, here we are inside this little Mesa Boogie Mark I. As you can see, the capacitors, the power capacitors, are all original. Which, being a 1974 amp, it's time for those to come out of there. Probably long past due. The main circuit is separated into 2 chassis. We have a power chassis back there with the power tubes on it, and we have a preamp chassis up here with the preamps on it. One thing I don't like about this is the way that the tube sockets are mounted, but the the boards themselves are relatively thick with good thick wiring. You see the wiring there. Actually, the tracing is really nice, thick, and well made, if nothing else. So everything looks good. Everything does sound good on this amp, but for sure these old Cornell Doubliers need to come out of here. So we're gonna put some new caps in this thing. Alright, we got some new capacitors in this thing. I've also changed out the bias capacitor. I did go ahead and replace all the electrolytics on this preamp board too, just as a precaution, so they shouldn't be a problem for a long time. So yeah, let's give this thing a listen. Alright, we're ready to check out this little boogie and see what she can do. That's on 2 on the master volume, so you can kind of get a sense of where we're at with this thing in terms of gain. That's on channel 1 with the gain boost out and blasted to 10 there at the end. Let's go on to channel 2 and check out channel 2. Channel 2 cranked. So yeah, that is a 1974 Mesa Boogie Mark I. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, hit the subscribe button below. And for now, y'all take care.